What was the energy that you picked up on when you listened for the first time and you're like, this is for me?
You have authentic curiosity. You have an authentic level of curiosity that you ask questions like whoever else told you. Like you ask questions that some people may not like think about in the moment because you can tell that you did a little bit of that good prep work, not in a bad way whatsoever. Because I don't think prep work, you know what I mean.
No.
But I think you did that to be, and also I think noticing like with the Dickie Bush, like you had him on before. Now you're talking more about his growth and his elevation to what he's doing with Ship 30 and everything like that. So I think to me, I find a lot of there's enough people around that are not curious. So when you get somebody that is very naturally curious, authentically curious, it stands out because you're like, oh, I'll be honest with you, man. That's one of the main reasons why I reached out to you, not because I like the podcast or anything like that. I just like the curiosity aspect of things and just having a conversation. Hopefully, this is one of many, but it's one of those things where it's a constant. You think about things because as creators, we're writing all the time. You're building businesses, you're trying to figure out new ways of doing this, and then somebody just sparks your mind when you hear that and you're like, I really want to fucking talk to that person because they just seem cool. So it literally as authentic, man, as anything. So I really appreciate that.
I appreciate you for saying all that, and that's really well said. A lot of times we like things, but we don't understand why we like them. And so
And people
the
are, and to stop you right there, people don't dig enough in
yes.
when they don't know what it is.
Well, that's where all the secrets lie. When you
Yeah,
like something, you got to really ask yourself, what is it about this thing that I really love? And I try to do that sometimes with people of like, all right, you loved business when you were 17 or 7. Why? What
yeah,
about business did you enjoy? Like, what about this thing were you so inspired by? Because if you can really sit with those whys enough times, you get to really exciting places. And the core, much more true manifestation of the truth than what you might originally think on the surface.
exactly, exactly. Where does that curiosity come from for you? Was that at a young age you were always curious? Were you into sports? Were you like, do you have any idea where that trickled in from, or was that something that naturally, like as you started, putting yourself online a little bit more, it started to come a little bit more naturally?
I was never a curious person. I would never describe myself as curious for the
Okay.
first 25 years of my life. What happened was I started to meditate and sit
Mm,
with nothing. And the more that I did this, the more I started asking questions. What's going on here? Why do I feel more at peace? Why in the world do I feel differently after doing sitting with nothing than I did before? Why do I feel more calm? Why do like so for me the start of curiosity was meditation and sitting with nothing and literally just watching my thoughts go. And I started with doing 20 minutes of meditation a day, and then it was 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes in the evening. Then it was 60 minutes during the day. Then it was just like I was living as a meditation, and it was incredible. And so to answer your question, like the curiosity is directly stemmed to sitting with nothing and or sitting with my thoughts and watching them. And that
yeah.
that whole process made me who I am, made me curious, made me interested in asking questions, made me look at a bug and be like, what is that? What's going on? How is that there? Look at a tree, be like, what? Look at a person, be like, there's a story there. How can we dig in? Like, so meditation's the core of curiosity for me.
Where did that meditation piece come from? What triggered you to start meditating and when was that?
Tej Dosa, my friend Tej Dosa, comedic bizman on Twitter, he always operated with love and he always operated with kindness. And I said, there's something different about how he is tweeting. I don't currently feel like how he's tweeting, but there's something different about it. And so I could point that out, I could pick that out. And then I said, what is he doing? Well, one thing he was doing, I realized after 2 years of knowing him, he was meditating. I was like, I know this isn't going to work for me, this meditation thing, but let me try it out. I
Yeah.
tried it out for a month, 2 months, 3 months. And after 3 months, I was like, yo, I feel different now. Like there's something that's changed within me. There's more space. There's more openness. There's more kindness. I, I, I was starting to understand where he was coming from. But I only did it because I looked at him and I resonated with his thinking, but I couldn't understand how he was doing it with so much kindness and optimism and true good heartedness. And so I mean, I've come to that place myself from just looking at his own things. Like you look Go back and look at my tweets from 2018, 19. There's a different energy about them.
Right.
And so you could even tell from just like the tweets, there was just more like anger, more hatred isn't the right word, but just more negative energy.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
you look at my tweets today, it's like I just want to bring people up. I want people to feel the way I'm feeling right now. And so the
Dude,
way you're feeling, it seems like. So
dude,
yeah.
that's seriously touches the uplifting other people, man. That touches me
Nothing
on a
better.
whole nothing better, man. I was just talking to my girlfriend the other day, and she had something happen at a job, and then she was like, "Well, something happened to somebody else," and I can look at it as like, "Where's my thing?" Or I can say, "Ah, there's an abundance. My thing is like coming and uplifting that person and give." And it's just like that little mental switch. Once it happens, it's very hard to go backwards again because you're just now into a whole new sort of universe of your mindset.
Well, I remember, dude, being watching Gary Vaynerchuk when I was 13, 15, 17 years old. And I would say, like, why is this guy so nice? Why is he so kind? Is he operating with so much love? Like, I can't do
So
that.
much
I wish
empathy, so much
so
empathy.
much empathy. Exactly. Why is he doing that? I mean, like, I understood why he was, but I couldn't get there myself. And I didn't know how to get there myself. And he didn't like give a prescription on how to get there because it seems like he was just born with it, and
Hmm.
that is so cool. But for me, what it was like I started meditating and I started getting in touch with myself and I started becoming more self-aware as a result of spending so much time with myself. And then I understood exactly what he was doing, and I understood how he was doing it, and I was touched by it, and I was like, holy shit, like I can do that. Like I needed to
Yeah,
look at the world differently. I need to understand myself differently. Bro, I'd spent 24 years looking externally. I'd spent
right.
0 years looking internally. I started looking internally and I started to understand the external a lot better.
I love it. I love it. The power of being alone, dude. There's nothing better.